What's good, guys? Hope you guys had a great week, and we'll be going over our weekly recap. And of course, I'm being joined with Leo. What's up, Leo?
Hello. How did you guys think about this week? I'll leave something in the comments.
Or in the Discord. You know, I know a lot of individuals or a lot of traders in general had a really tough week. But lucky for me, I called a week saying, I was probably be done with the week after the first 2, 3 days of trading. Um, Yeah, to looking at the news event over this week that or this current or this past week, very, very hectic. I remember, telling myself, and telling you guys, I think it's gonna be very messy. I don't think it's gonna be very, very clean. But yeah, if you guys wanted to share your trade or something you took, you guys can do it in the comments or in the Discord, share something over the weekend. We'll all learn and we'll all grow. But yeah, we're doing this on Saturday because yesterday Leo and I, we had some things that popped up, so we weren't able to get you guys that recap done.
Yeah, but it's all right. It's the market is still paused, so I think this is a still a good time to get the weekly recap done.
Yeah, yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's go let's go over this week. Let's start with the dollar. So on the dollar, we saw a dollar open on Monday or Sunday, kind of open, just it came right down into that volume imbalance. Price came up higher, drop lower, trading right into that inefficiency there. You guys can draw that out on your chart. Running out short-term lows or sell-side liquidity and filling that inefficiency there. Punching higher, taking out buy side here, 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 here. As you can see, all the previous days buy side gets all taken out. Runs up into those highs right there. What do we see? We see a massive sell-off, massive rejection. Trading down into sell side again once more. And then once after that, this is the nice range that I kind of drew out for myself to just kind of note certain levels. So if you draw from your fifth from this high to this low, you look at the equilibrium, you'll see price, open, drop down into short-term discount of this range, trade down into this inefficiency here, fills that perfectly. You can pull that up on your chart, fills that perfectly. Nice response higher, trading into short-term premium into this inefficiency here perfectly, or it fills that out pretty nicely. And then price it'll take out one more run higher here before coming lower and then retracing for the week. Um, in my opinion, I really can see Dixie start punching lower, running for this low here. In my opinion, I think that would be uh not ideal just because there is a lot of a void right there too. However, I don't think it's gonna leave this high intact. I really think this is gonna go higher first, maybe run these at highs out, and then really sell off. But we'll leave the forecasting for Monday, but that should
Mm,
be, just a weekly recap on Dixie. Did you have anything you want to add for Dixie?
yeah, sure. So I know we started the outlook on Monday with this area here, calling it, hey, we're in the middle of the range,
Mm-hmm.
very uncertain. We had a 50-50 scenario where we drew out this imbalance here, this high, as well as this big liquidity void down here.
Mm-hmm.
So we see that price was still inside this range and kind of not moving too much on the daily chart. And so in hindsight now, this on the dollar, it didn't give us too good of a condition to really trade in. Like those really easy days weren't too present because it's kind of not really wanting to go anywhere in particular right now. And so that's why we did exercise caution throughout the week. As you can see, it just ran up, consolidated, ran up a little bit again, ran lower. And so it's still kind of not ideal condition. But I think next week will be an expansion because of the large impact news. So we might be generating liquidity on both sides of the marketplace for the events to attack. So that's my little insight on that, my thoughts.
Yeah. So let's move on from Dixie. I want you guys to note this high out here. Oh, not this high here. For you'll see when I go into EU, there's SMT. So this high here does not take out this high here, but we see EU, they do take out that low, right? So we can start saying, okay, is this now potentially going to keep punching higher, or is it going to keep coming back lower, running through south side once more? Um, for EU, it's very similar, right? Here's the Monday. I did not make this red. I forgot about that, but it's very similar to Dixie, right? Consolidates, or opens, consolidates lower, runs higher, taking out buy side, right? And then dropping lower for targeting out sell side, coming back up, taking out buy side once more, trading up into these ranges, into these highs here, maybe working its way into this inefficiency here. And then we saw it kind of just slow down. And then this is the range I'll be operating in, right? From this low here to this high here. Well, during this week, that's what I was operating in. And I was looking at these levels that I called out for you on the midweek review, saying, hey, I think these lows here, this inefficiency here can be taken out by EU, right? Which you saw very, very nicely. It was able to do that. And then even though I was not expecting this low to get taken out, it eventually get taken out right here, right? And then really send it through, purging that liquidity down there. And then we saw a nice move away from it. As of right now, I kind of want to wait and see. In my opinion, I am bearish on EU. I don't want to see this high get taken out. If it gets taken out, I'm looking for higher prices for EU, obviously lower price for Dixie. But like I said, we'll leave the forecasting for Monday and let's go check out GU. So for GU, wasn't as much as you can see, a lot of consolidation, a lot of tight ranges, not really big expansion besides this one here and this one here for this week, right? Running lower, south side here, running higher, taking on buy side here, and then working back into this range that's in right now. Price runs higher here, takes out buy side, right? Punches higher, closes above the highs here. Price runs lower now. I'm looking for potential lower prices on GU still. Like I said, I don't want to see this high get taken out either. I kind of want to see them just continue work lower, maybe have a retracement there, hope ideal, and then maybe just work these lows out a little bit more, trade lower. And then if they do get down here, I'll be also looking at this low get taken out here, that Wednesday low. So like I said, not too much on GU for this week. I like the price action a little bit more on EU. But yeah, for GU, I'm still looking for lower prices. So like I said, we'll leave the forecasting on Monday, but that's kind of what I have in my head right now.
Do you think GU played catch up or no?
A little bit. I like I said, I mentioned to Leo off video. I was like, I think GU needs to play catch up. I think EU is moving a lot more, and I don't know why GU's wanting to wait. In my opinion, it's been stuck in a range. There's a lot of liquidity built up. And I think this week or this upcoming week is going to be very, very volatile for GU. I would not be surprised. So I think GU would be the one to be the star of this week. So just be aware if you are trading the GU this upcoming week, just understand, hey, GU might be more volatile, be more eager to run, is what I would say. But yeah, is there anything else you want to add for these Forex pairs, Leo?
No, I think the coverage is good.
Sounds good. Let's
Cool.
move on from GU then.
All right, on to crude oil. If you guys were in the Discord, I was giving a bit more frequent updates on crude oil. So this is the daily chart. This is how we moved on the week. So starting on Monday around 73 level, now we're at 78. And so we got a big expansion through taking out this high here, as well as the buy side liquidity targets. So this high, reaching into a deeper premium now. I did mention on the midweek review that if we were to get above this high, that price would probably accelerate throughout this range, and it did. I also mentioned on the last video that 80 would be a pretty decent target, if not this low, and this high here. This could be the first target, but ultimately it would be very sweet if price could get up to 80. And as you can see, we're not far from it. We're at 78, closed on the week here. So I would also like to note the response of the PD arrays here. So I drew this wick out here, and then we see on Friday's trading that price retraced down into it, right to the top of it, hit it, and then just took off. So that's good response I like to see for bullish prices here on crude. All right, so into the hourly chart here. You can see that the institutional order flow response of these border blocks is great. Every retracement pretty much was a buy. And up until so far here, um, as you can see throughout the week, this was really nice. Even though price wasn't too dramatic, like we didn't get too big of expansions, this was really nice. And then we finally got this little run here. As you can see, this is the daily wick level transposed to the hourly chart here. You can see price right there hits it. This is around lunchtime into PM. So this is the AM run up, takes out this high here, retraces down into an order block as well, coupled with that, and the top of this, and then we run. So I did take a couple trades in this range here. I did post it in the Discord, and if you guys were in it, hopefully you guys saw those updates. Not too much to say other than really good order flow. It's really smooth, so not too many more updates for you guys on the crude oil. Did you have anything to add, Alan?
No, not really. I really liked how crude oil is very bullish this week. Looks like how we wanted to see. And as of right now, I am also looking at crude oil, the buy side liquidity on 80. So 80 big figure would be great. I want to see how they work in this wick here. I'm
Awesome.
interested in seeing what they want to do there. All right. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they did want to trade lower since they are in a premium area as of right now, as I would say. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see for Monday or Sunday open, and then we'll give you guys some forecast for a little bit. But
Yeah.
let's move on.
All right, moving on to AMI and S&P 500 futures. So this is the daily chart here. This is the look of the basically range we made on the week. As you can see, it's not too um, picture perfect. It's kind of messy, and we can attribute that to the weak dollar. I don't want to say like it wasn't really moving anywhere. So, but we are pushing higher, and so yeah, I didn't really like this week on ES, but I can point out this wick here. I like that they used the middle of that as a support. Basically, they ran up, down, and then or sorry, they ran down and then up off of that. Um, Not too much else to say on the daily besides these relative equal highs I'm looking at here, 493, 425, and I want to see how they work into this upper range here of this imbalance on the daily. Up here, I am looking at 4960 as well as the bottom of the SIBI here around 4936-ish. And that's about it for the daily. So this is the hourly chart. This is the wick, the daily transposed to the hourly. We have the relative equal highs here noted out, and I did like that reaction there. We did take out buy side again, so I'm looking at these three lows here. So you see that prices running up and then retracing, respecting these levels, running up again, retracing, reusing this level again, and then finally we see that big expansion taking out this buy side here, as well as this big retracement lower. And then we have a gap fill here with this high and low here. Sorry, this imbalance high and low here noted. So we get this fill and then we move lower into the end of PM session. So at this moment, I'm looking at this this down candle here for price to trade into. And depending on if it reacts, how it reacts to that, then I'll be looking at these lows. So they are what I'm mainly paying attention to here. And then into the week, but we can get into forecasting in more detail later. But as for the week, how I thought about it, it was really messy. So we did have a big expansion here, and I retraced me here. I think this was into the middle of the week. This was really nice if you caught the short, but other than that, it was really slinging traders around here in this range. And if you weren't nimble enough, it would be very easy to get you offside or just get you into drawdown if you weren't very careful. Yeah. So I kept my trading on ES to a minimum. I liked Nasdaq's price action a lot more. And yeah, that's my thoughts on this week. Hopefully next week we get smoother ranges. Yeah, I didn't like how not volatile it was. I guess like the ranges were really small. So did you have anything to add on ES, Alan?
Not particularly yet. I did want to see those lows get ran. However, I do think price should run higher for ES. Just looking at the chart right now, but anything can happen. Sunday open could gap 100 handles the other way, then definitely change my bias.
Yeah.
So as of right now, like I said, I liked what S&P did, and along with NAS, which I'll go into really, really quickly. But yeah, as of right now, just kind of want to wait and see. Like I mentioned before, be very, very careful. Price is near all-time highs, very, very high premium as of right now, and not a lot of controlled buying would be done in my opinion. Like I would be wanting to either have very, very small trades. And that's kind of what I did. I operated like that, very, very quick 20, 30 handles. I don't think I had a NAS trade run over 50 handles for me this week, which was good in my opinion, because I told myself to keep it at a minimum. I wouldn't be surprised if it just turned and ran against me, which we saw a lot happening. But yeah, let's move on into NAS. So for NAS, Monday dropped lower, right? And I was like, hey, I think NAS gonna keep going higher. And we saw NAS kind of punch low, not punch lower, but move a little bit lower here throughout the day, just very chopping it up, very choppy. Come lower here, stop run here, price runs higher, and then price starts slowly trending higher and higher and higher and higher. And like I said, this isn't really, in my opinion, like something that I would trade or hold. I would more likely operate on the lower time frame, which is probably like the 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 seconds is kind of what I'm comfortable with when markets are like this. So when price comes down, and in this one candle here, it could potentially just fill my position and I'll be done for the day. So like I said, I'm not holding for this entire run higher, right? Like that to me is just not insane. It's just a lot of risk. And if that's something that you guys like to do, then go all for it. But for me, I know the type of trader I am. I just don't want to do something like that during times like this, especially when the market is near all-time highs. So price, obviously coming down, giving some stop runs, taking out the buyers that were holding. Would not be surprised, if it kept doing that, punching out buyers, taking out sell side liquidity. People who bought down here, moving their stop here. This would be ideal for people where they put their stop or even move their stop here, right? Very, very basic understanding of liquidity is like, okay, if they're buying from down here somewhere, they're probably moving their stop, like a relatively safe stop that they feel that are safe, and then the market comes down and takes their stop out, and then they run higher. So ideally, that's kind of what I'm looking for, where I'm looking for these little quick stop runs here. Like I said, for midweek review, mentioned that I saw price wanting to come at least a little bit higher, maybe trade it into this efficiently and then run lower, which it did very, very nicely. I also shared it on the 15-minute chart. So if you guys were able to, if you guys caught those, great. If you guys didn't, no worries. There's still more trades to come. Like I said, very high risk markets at the moment. So you have to be very nimble. I'm not telling you guys to push too hard, and I think you guys should understand that as well. And we saw price trade very, very nicely to end off the week, in my opinion. Price traded higher, drop lower, nice little retracement. There we go on lower time frame. Should be a very simple short there for you to come lower into sell side there. Price retraces higher again. The body's closing it into on that inefficiency there. Drops lower again, punching on sell side again once more. People who try to call low there got stopped. And I wouldn't be surprised if they kept doing that for the rest of the week. And then maybe after a very, very deep run lower and into a very, very bullish higher. I am looking at these levels down here. I do like these inefficiency levels here. I'm not saying that markets will get there, but if somehow the markets gap higher or lower, will be more determined for my bias there. But as of right now, Nas throughout the week, very, very choppy, a lot of give and go, not really big, runs higher, not something like this where it's very aggressively running higher on one day. Right, we saw it's chopping up, price slowly trickling higher, 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 and then we have a quick stop run, stops price. And a lot of people who want these big moves to happen, they are jumping to their positions. They don't know what they want to do. They're like, okay, the market's going down now. This is the high. They're trying to short, and then price just keeps stopping them out. As you can see, one stop run there, second stop run, open, runs higher, third stop run, closes there, fourth stop run. So you can see it's just stopping the sellers out multiple times, as you want to say for now. And then price drops lower, running out sell side, stopping the buyers out. So like I said, very, very choppy markets. If you guys got burned, don't blame yourself. It is a tough market. Just understand when times are this, just journal it. When times are like when the markets are not moving in a high probability and it's not moving clean, just take small trades. These little bread and butter setups, they pay the bills. If you guys follow me, you guys should see like a lot of my trades are bread and butter. Like this past week, very quick 20, 25 handles. And that was it. That was more than enough. So just understand when is it time to push, when is it time to kind of relax, and you guys will just learn and grow over the process. So like I said, if you guys got burned this week, nothing wrong with that. I've been burned on markets like these multiple times. So I understand how you guys are feeling. Just reset, hopefully next week's a better week, even though next week is a lot more news heavy. So just understand what you've learned this week, carry that on to next week, and I think you guys should be great. Anything you have to add, Leo?
No, I like your position on the market right now. I like the words of reassurance that you're giving the traders. And I look forward to next week. This, in hindsight, this week was manageable, in my opinion, but it wasn't the best. And so in a case like this, I'm just holding on to my assets, my resources, and saving them for markets that really want to give. So
Yeah, most definitely. Well, yeah, we'll see you guys on Monday then. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, right? Sunday, just let Sunday open. Just relax for another day. Give yourself another 24 hours to reset. The markets are in, like I said already, very tough conditions. So don't push too hard. Journal. Make sure you guys have a plan on what you guys want to do for next week. If you guys are gonna stop trading by Wednesday, stop trading by Wednesday. If you guys are wanting to just not trade that week at all, go for it. It's your trading plan. It's your trading career. You guys dictate how it goes. But yeah, we'll see you guys on Monday then. Peace. Take care.
take care, guys. Good luck.